Hey, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans alike. I'm Ryan Anderson, and I'm here to tell you about a great show that happened this past Saturday in beautiful Elkhart, Indiana. Zero1 Pro USA brought some of the best family-friendly, action-packed wrestling available to Elkhart. If you weren't there, sorry that you weren't, but here's a brief recap, and hope you enjoy this recap. I got my little note cards right here. Our opening match was Turtles in Time, Jimmy W. and Eli McFly, taking on Just Amazing and El Loco Uno Huevo. This was a great match. Two high-flying teams taking on for the first time, as far as I know. I've never seen these two teams wrestle before, so it was a great mix of action, high-flying action. It was a great back-and-forth match. The end was when Just Amazing went for a flying shoulder block from half of the ring, and he went straight into the turnbuckle. It set up for Eli McFly to get the pinfall on El Loco Nuevo after Jimmy W. did the code breaker. So it was a great match. I'd recommend you checking it out. Available on YouTube.com. This is a nice upstart team, Turtles in Time. Be on the lookout for these guys. However, it didn't end too well for that night because the Almighty Chic and the Son of the Living Legend, Ox Baker Jr. came out immediately after the bell was rang, and they decimated Turtles in Time. They beat the holy heck out of them. They raised some shell. It was looking pretty bad for these guys because it was out of nowhere, and then Osiris, a.k.a. the Juggernaut, came out with a steel chair, and he cleared the ring. And this is setting up for the main event of the evening, Osiris versus the Almighty Chic for the Unified Zero1 Heavyweight Championship. So this was an amazing start to the night, let me tell you that. Then we had, give me one second, we had the Polish Heartthrob taking on Big Daddy Dean. Now these guys, I've seen them wrestle a couple times, and each time it gets better and better. These guys have a storied feud. It's amazing how, polar opposite these guys are. Polish Heartthrob is this new blood rookie, and Big Daddy Dean is an established, grizzled veteran, and they do some really good things together. Some intense matchup are certainly ahead of time. So Jaren is able to outpace Big Daddy Dean, but with his sure knowledge of wrestling holds, and Jaren just tonight wasn't the match for Big Daddy Dean, unfortunately. Dean gave his patented modified pile driver, and it was a 1-2-3 count for poor old Jaren. At this time, Brutus Dylan came out. He's the undisputed Indiana State champion, and he called out Eric King, and this set up for a triple threat match with Jimmy Jacobs and Hardcore Harry versus Brutus Dylan for the title in the co-main event. And Jimmy Jacobs, if you're not familiar, is from Ring of Honor, FIP, Full Impact Pro, and of course WWE. He was on SmackDown and Velocity, so he's a great talent. All these talents are great, so this is setting up for a main event. And I mean, honestly, come on. It's a great show. Zero1 Pro always brings some of the best entertainment available. After this, we had Mark Vandy, Mean Mark Vandy, taking on Chris Tyson. Two great rising, up-and-coming superstars for Zero1 Pro. Chris Tyson was able to get that defeat with the spear on Mean Mark Vandy. Be on the lookout for these two guys. I keep getting better each match. It was a very close close match. We had a new tag team debuting, if you give me 1 second. We had Steven Drochner, a.k.a. the Albino Dragon, teaming up with Brian Nelson, making his 0-1 Pro debut, taking on Lance Story and Ames for the 0-1 Tag Team Championship. These are some great superstars. I'm a fan of all 4 of them now. Brian Nelson is he loves to make the fans hate him. I think that's maybe how he draws his power. It was a great back and forth match. Ames and Drochner are 2 of the best high flyers going today, and then you got Lance and Brian Nelson, who are very consistent in the mat-based maneuvers. So narrowly, Lance and Ames were able to retain their titles, but I can't wait to see more of these guys. I'd love to see these kind of matchups over and over again. Just fun matches. Check them out. Then we had our co-main event, match number 5. That was the triple threat. Big Brutus Dylan defending his title against Hardcore Harry and Jimmy Jacobs. Excellent match. It's interesting, Brutus Dylan is 6'6", 6'7", 350 plus pounds. Jimmy Jacobs is not quite there. Hardcore Harry is not quite there, but they give him a run for their money. This was just anybody could have won. I mean, these are 3 established veterans in the wrestling business. Jimmy Jacobs had a flying elbow, but it just wasn't enough to defeat Brutus Dylan tonight. Brutus Dylan was able to retain that title. Great match. Then in our main event of the evening, we had the Almighty Chic defending his title against the Juggernaut Osiris. If you've never seen the Juggernaut, this guy is close to 7 feet. He's a lot closer to 7 feet than he is 6 feet, taking on the Almighty Chic from Syria. These are just 2 great superstars. It was just a really brutal match. Osiris, being close to 400 pounds, he's able to flip from one side of the ring to the other, and he just flipped his whole body, did a somersault, and I thought he was going to make the Sheik break the ropes. The end of the match, unfortunately, kind of was a little up in the air when the son of a living legend, Ox Baker Jr., came out, and he had the undisputed title, and he got on top of the rope, and he tried to hit Osiris. Well, Osiris took the belt, and he decided he'd hit Ox Baker Jr., and then he, in front of the ref, said, "Why not? I'll hit the Almighty Chic." Well, unfortunately, that's an automatic disqualification, and the Almighty Chic retained his title. So, yeah, it was an interesting end to the night. All the matches were great. 0-1 Pro brings some of the best family-friendly entertainment you can get, and this was a Headlock on Hunger event, so we donated several pounds of food to our local charities, and appreciate you guys watching my video. Hope to see you at the shows. Feel more than welcome to come up to me and shake my hand. More than happy to meet each and every one of you. And September 8th, Zombie Walk. It's a free show. Please feel more than welcome to check that out. It's at Howard Park in South Bend, Indiana. Once again, it's September 8th at Howard Park. Zombie Walk. It's from 1 to the walk starts at noon, and the wrestling starts at 1 and ends approximately at 4 o'clock. So feel more than welcome to check it out. Feel free to message me if you need more details, and check out 0-1 Pro USA on Facebook or one of our sister promotions. And have a good one.